Hi guys, it's Sarah from Rose 9314, and yesterday, as some of you may know, was Vampire Diaries premiere night. Yay, Vampire Diaries! I unfortunately couldn't watch it live because I was at work, but I just got done watching it, and I must say it was a solid, good first episode without Elena as a main character. So don't worry, all the Elena fans. There are still mentions of Elena. Like, she was mentioned all the way through the first episode. Now, I am feeling they're gonna mention her more. It's like, yeah, Elena's gone, it sucks, but what happens after she's gone? So, we'll get on to that in a little while. But, yay! So many notes. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so here's Steven. He's all running into this storage unit thing, and he opens a coffin, and we see Damon there, and my baby is all desiccating, mostly because, something happened. He couldn't really handle not being without Elena, and that's fine. And I'm like, Devin moment, like when Steven's like, I need you, Damon, come on. Come on. And all we hear is Damon go, like, gasping and rising up. And then it goes into flashback mode, and we see Mystic Falls, like, a couple weeks after Elena has died. And, we see Caroline writing to Elena mentioning everyone. Apparently there is, which I thought was, like, the cutest thing ever, the bench that's dedicated to her mom, because they built a bench and dedicated it to Caroline's mom. Mom and I thought that was nice. And then we have the whole awkward conversation. Caroline's writing, then Steven comes up, and then they have this awkward conversation where Caroline basically friend zones Steven in the first half. I will be quick to say that I still do not ship Caroline. I'm sorry, I don't get this ship whatsoever. But I'll explain that a little later on. So Steven's friend zoned and other stuff, and then we cut scene to Damon, Bonnie, and Alark in Rome, Italy. They're going all around Europe. They're in Amsterdam at this moment, and then they're all drinking and stuff. And then Damon's all like, Bonnie's like, I'm gonna go see those city like real tourists. And Damon's all like, hey, do you think you could get ran over by a bus or get hit by a train on the train tracks while you're out? And it's like, it's clear that he misses Elena, because that stuff. He even says it to Lark. I think that's what I meant by Lark moments, because they're talking about Lark missing Joe and Damon missing Elena, and I'm just over here going like, I want Joe and Elena back, okay? But I know Nia Dobrev quit the show, and I don't know what she's doing, honestly. I don't think she has gotten any roles after Vampire Diaries, because the Final Girls she was doing whenever she was doing Vampire Diaries. So what is Nia Dobrev doing? I have no clue. Probably trying to find an acting job out there. But let's not get hasty into that subject. Then we cut to a heretic. Her name is Valerie. She's just walking and texting Lily, saying, oh, I hate this land, I hate how it smells, I hate everything about it. And I'm over here going like, I actually don't hate Valerie. She's very snarky, she's very Damonish, which is why I think she might be a love interest for Damon. I'm not 100% sure about that one. Don't get me wrong, Damon shippers don't jump down my throat. I just think it would be like a really awesome ship for whatever reason. I would ship that if Damon and Valerie got together. What about you? What would their ship name be? Would it be Vayman or Dallery? I like Dallery. I'm gonna go Dallery. So Dallery. I ship hashtag Dallery. Let's make that a thing. Dallery. Okay, And then here's Valerie. She's texting, and these two people just decide, hey, let's run her over. So they run her over, and and then she comes back to life, and she's pissed, which, I'd be pissed too if someone just left me there for dead, and I was a vampire. And she's like, I hate these people here, and then she's talking to all the heretics, and they're sticking together like a family and going to kill the people who actually hurt her, which, I liked the heretics in that sense. I actually do like the heretics. They're actually pretty cool. They're not like most villains where I just automatically started hating them at first. These villains I actually like. I actually like these villains, and they're very awesome. So so we switch back to Venice or Rome or wherever they're at, Amsterdam. We switch back to Amsterdam, and here is Damon and Bonnie. They're discussing Elena, and of course, Damon doesn't really want to talk about Elena and other stuff. So he switches the subject. And then one of the things I loved about the premiere was when Damon was drinking something, he's like, this is the worst bourbon I ever had in my life. And then he all hands it to Bonnie, and Bonnie drinks it, and he's like, that's not bourbon, that's tea. And I'm like, so that's funny. That was probably a little trick the bartender gave him to get him sobered up and something. It was funny. So I liked that. And then Lily, this is the funniest part of the show. I wrote down, did Lily suddenly transport to New York? And it turns out she did. She is in New York, and here's Enzo. And Lily's still a bit, and Enzo's like, I don't need you and your family, and he goes away, and then that's a way to go, Enzo. I'm not too happy with Enzo right now, and I don't like Enzo at the moment. I'm just like, fuck you, Enzo, just fuck you. So, and then here's Caroline and freaking Matt, and they're trying to plant a bomb in the heretics' house to get rid of them. So they're trying to plant a bomb, and Caroline's just being all fake Caroline-ish, like we see her in there's a lot of throwbacks to the first season, like the whole Bonnie and Caroline writing like Elena wrote in her diary. There's the whole Caroline being fake thing. And then, of course, the heretics go like, I like your jacket, give it to me. And then it's like, wait, aren't you gonna tell her how good it looks? And then Caroline's just all like, come on, I had to jump out of here before the bomb goes off. So the bomb is starting to go off, and like Caroline pushes him out of the way, and then you see the house blow up, and I'm just like, okay. So then we cut scene back to Amsterdam, and Bonnie and Damon are trying to find a lark because the lark just like jumped off into the face of nowhere, and there is Damon and Bonnie bickering about Bonnie. Bonnie turns and goes like, Elena's not here, I am, and blah blah blah, blah blah blah, and then we got the whole, this is one of my favorite scenes in the premiere. We have where Damon sees a car heading towards Bonnie, right? I think for a split second he's gonna let Bonnie die, and magically Nia Dobrev is gonna appear, and all this like quitting stuff is gonna be fake, But then, we see the car heading towards Bonnie, and then at the very last minute when Bonnie is about to get hit by the car, Damon just pulls her from the car and smashes her into another car to save her. And I'm like, hashtag Bayman moment. That was a good Bayman moment, but it's not my favorite of the episode. I'll discuss my favorite a little bit later whenever we actually get to that part. But I do like the whole Damon and Bonnie scenes, and the whole going like, Elena's not here, and yada yada yada. And that's all. And then we cut scene in Matt's police graduation. I'm like, Matt's graduation. graduation, and then the heretics suddenly appear again after they get blown up, and it's like, well, of course, they wouldn't be dead because, why would awesome villains be dead like that? So, cutscene to the whole Matt's graduation, and then Lily suggesting to Stone, you should really get out of here, and yada yada yada. And then we got, like, the sprinklers going on, and I'm like, really, sprinklers? And then I remember what witches could do to water, and I'm like, ah, fuck. So they set everything on fire, everything's in chaos, the heretics are all killing sis, and everyone at the police graduation. Except Matt, for whatever reason. They don't go after Matt, even though Matt's human, and I'm just over here going like, why not go after Matt? But okay. So, everyone Matt graduated with is all dead, and then Lily, I hate Lily, but thank God for Lily in this scene, and Lily's like, hey, I want this to be peaceful. Fuck, you guys need to fucking chill the fuck out. It's not how it's gonna be, and I'm ashamed of all of you. And then she just, like, steps out like a fucking boss, and I'm all like, okay, I do like Lily in that. I hate Lily as a character, but I did like her in that scene. Lily's very confusing. I don't like her whatsoever, but at the same time, I'm just all like, that scene I respected her for. I'm not saying I'm a Lily shipper. I don't like Lily as a person. Never really did. Never really liked her entrance. Didn't like how cruel she is to Damon. It's stupid. So, what happened? So then we get to the whole, if everyone remembers the scene on season 6, episode 22, the very last scene in the future, apparently they evacuated the city because they made a deal with Lily. They evacuated the city. The heretics could take the Salvatore boarding house if, they keep the peace, not killing one, but if anyone steps foot in Mystic Falls, they're fair range for the heretics. So that was a nice deal. And then we got to... And then I wrote down, did Stone really have to get away the house? I mean, come on. Like, seriously, I'm just like, did he really have to go and give away the Salvatore boarding house? I mean, I know that they sold the actual boarding house that they're shooting in, and they can't use it that much anymore, but couldn't they just do, like, the whole revenge scene where the heretics blow that one up in turn for them blowing up their house, And then we take shot to a Caroline and Enzo scene, and I put Caroline and Enzo, yay, because I shipped Caroline and Enzo just like I shipped Caroline and Klaus. I don't like Caroline with Steven. I ship Caroline with almost anyone except Steven. I'm sorry. I'd rather see Stelena, and I hated Steven and Elena together, okay? You know a ship is bad when I'd rather see one of my worst ships be together than that ship. Okay, so then we got that scene in the whole saving your mother's thing. And then we got the whole opening scene being explained again. And we take shot to Damon on the clock and in his old leather jacket, which is a throwback again to season 1. Season 1, yay, Damon back in his badass little leather jacket. I'm like, ah! And then we go to one of my favorite scenes in the episode, and that is Damon goes to Whitmore, and he is taking up residence in Elena's old room, and I'm all like, oh my god, it's Elena's old room, and he's moving into Elena's old room, and oh my god, such a Delana scene right there, even though Elena's not there, and I'm like, there's still Delana in this season. It's just that Delana is not, Elena's not a part of the quotation of Delana anymore, and I'm just like, And then we have a Bayman scene. Which I really did love. I mean, Bonnie enters Elena's old room, and Damon tells Bonnie he doesn't have anywhere to go, so this is the only place he thought of, and I'm all like, oh, I loved that. And then we take to the whole Damon, like, one of my favorite scenes is Damon explaining to Bonnie why he hesitated for 3 seconds. She's all like, you would really let me get hit by a car? I know Elena's not here and all, and you'd much rather have her, but I'm not gonna leave you like this. I'm gonna be your friend. I'm gonna get through this with you, because I miss Elena too. It's like, yeah, I know you missed Elena, but you lost Elena, but I lost her too. Have you ever thought of that? And I loved that part. I love the little Damon moment. I love when Damon said, I hesitated for 3 seconds, okay, Bonnie? I hesitated. And then she's like, yeah, but do you know how long 3 seconds is when it comes to accents? He's like, of course I know. Because 1 second I was I love the whole 3 second scene wherever it's like, because 1 second I was thinking that if you died, I would have Elena back in my arms again. 2, I thought about me and Elena kissing. And then 3, I remembered that you were my best friend, and I'm not gonna let you die. And I'm all like, ah! So, I loved the whole, at first, yeah, I was thinking about my girlfriend. Yes, I was thinking how awesome it would be to have my girlfriend back, but then I remember that you are my best friend, and I'm not gonna let you die. And that was one of my favorite scenes ever. Like, I am a major Delana shipper, but Bayman is starting to really grow on me. I mean, I don't know why, but as soon as Damon got, this close to Bonnie, and they were, this close, and I'm just like, oh my god, I wouldn't mind if they kissed right there and then, because I totally wanted a kiss from that. And then Bonnie's like, I don't like these new heretics, I think we should take them out. So, of course, Bonnie and Damon team up. Bonnie's all pissing off this one heretic who I even forgot his fucking name because I really don't fucking give a shit. I thought he was one of the most conceited ones, and I really didn't like him whatsoever. And then, he's attacking the hobo, and Bonnie's like, town witch. And she's attacking the heretic, and the heretic's just, fighting over magic, trying to take her magic. And then here's Damon saving Bonnie again by ripping the guy's heart out. The guy's heart out, and I'm all like, ah. I don't know. So, yeah, and then Bonnie saving Damon again. Damon saving Bonnie again, I'm like, okay, whatever. And then we cut scene to Caroline and Steven, and then, of course, they're having this big old Caroline moment which I don't give a shit about. And then they kiss, and I'm just looking at their kiss going like, yeah, still don't give a shit about Caroline. Still fucking don't ship this ship. I'm sorry. This ship, I hope it crashes and goes down like the Titanic. Because I do not like Caroline. I'm sorry. I'd rather have Steven with someone else. It's just, I like almost everyone Steven is with except Elena and Caroline. It's just like, okay, I don't like this ship. I don't get it. And of course, like I said previously in this video, I'd rather see Steven with Elena. And that is horrible because I am a huge Damon and Elena shipper. But come on, even Stelena had a few of the moments where I'm just all going like, oh, that's cute. That's really cute. So, even Stelena had some moments where I was just like, okay, well, I respect that ship, and I respect the ship is Stelena, but I do not I respect that people like Caroline. I don't want to get into a Caroline shipper on here, but I do not like Caroline. Big capital letters. I'm liking Damon. I get the ship of Bonnie and Damon now, but I don't get Caroline. Okay, so moving on. we cut scene to a Lark and he's paying someone to go see Joe, which I'm like, really? Hasn't Joe been dead for a while now? Wouldn't they have already buried her body? So Alark's just joking with the guy and going like, well, I'm not planning on burying her. I'm planning on bringing her back from the dead. And I'm just all like, huh, you're fun. Wait, was that a joke? We don't know the Vampire Diaries. So question of the day, do you think Alark is really gonna bring back Joe? Because I wouldn't mind seeing Joe again, honestly. And then we cut scene to Enzo and Caroline, and then we think that Enzo is gonna be on Caroline, Steven, Damon, and Bonnie's side, right? But no, he has to be on Lily's side, and then he stabs Caroline with something, and I go, Enzo, you bastard! You bastard! So they kidnap Caroline, and then we have the cutscene to the 3 years later. Steven is all like, Damon, you have to help me, you have to hurry. And then there is this one girl who has these wooden arrow things, who is shooting off these little tiny wooden stake things that we see, and I'm all like, okay, which one of the brothers pissed off someone from Arrow? And then it's all like, wow, Damon's all like, wow, you really pissed her off this time, brother, didn't you? And then he's all like, yeah, I did. And I'm all going like, and then they cut scene to the girl, but the girl is in the shadows, and then we all go, who is she? And then they cut scene to the ending, and I'm like, no, I really wanted to know who that was. But I guess that's one of the many mysteries of the Vampire Diaries Season 7. Alright, guys, that was it. That's the wrap up for Season 7 premiere Vampire Diaries. What did you guys think of Vampire Diaries? There's a few questions if you want to answer them. Do you think Alark is going to bring Joe back from the dead? Who do you think the woman is that Steven pissed off? Do you ship Bayman? Which one is a better ship, Bayman or Caroline? I want to know all the answers to these questions. Comment down below, let me know, and I will see you next week for another talking about the Vampire Diaries, which seems like another interesting thing. But favorite heretic right now. Who is your favorite heretic? That's another question. My favorite of the heretic is Valerie. I did not like Mary Louise and the other one. It's not because of their sexual orientation. I just think they're really, really cruel. I just didn't like them. They remind me of snobbish Rebecca's. They remind me of Rebecca. Okay, they remind me of Rebecca whenever she was snobbish and we didn't like her as much as we do now. But I'm just so like, they remind me of Rebecca post we hate Rebecca, like post we love Rebecca phase. That was who they reminded me of. The silent one, I don't really know what to think of him because, I don't really think, but I do love Valerie. Valerie is my favorite heretic. So who's your favorite? Definitely Valerie. And who is your favorite ship of this moment? Mine would have to be Bayman and Dallery. Like, any ship that has Damon Salvatore in it, I ship. Because I ship Damon and Bonnie, Bayman, and I ship Damon and Valerie, which is Dallery for me. So hashtag Dallery, let's get that trending. Alright, well, I'll see you guys later. Bye. See you next week.